I went to a concert today. I went by myself this afternoon. Other people were invited, but someone I know through work decided like a year or so ago that brain rot is real. And so they wanted to counteract that in their life. And then they had taken like serious piano lessons when they were young. So they decided to relearn the whole Goldberg variations by Johann Sebastian Bach. It's like an hour and 20 minutes of straight solo piano. It's really nice. I've listened to it a bunch. The Glenn Gould.
Shush! I'm talking. No.
Shush! It's my turn. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Shush I'm Talking, otherwise known as the Shush It's My Turn podcast. My name's Tyler, and she's Sophie, and I'm Sophie's dad. So it was great, actually. I went and listened. It was like an hour and 20 minutes. It was really nice. Sat in this church, all red brick, like the whole interior, the whole exterior. You feel like you're, in some churches, old churches, when you're inside, you feel like you're outside because the inside looks like the outside of a building.
I have to say I've never experienced that before. Carry on.
So it was great, and I thought some people would come of the siblings. I knew you wouldn't because you weren't home. You were out with a friend. But, people who didn't go wished they had gone.
Yeah. Do you know why I said shush I'm talking? It's because I listened to a podcast called Shut Up, I'm Talking. And that's kind of where I got the idea for the intro where like you go, well, they say, shut up, I'm talking. Why? Is shut up a bad word?
Shut up. How does it feel? You tell me.
They say, shut up, I'm talking. And then their music plays. So it's quite similar to what we do. That's the end of what I was saying. So it's your
When
turn.
you do this, does the intro music come in after we say the shush it's my talking?
Have you never watched the podcast before?
Not a whole episode, but I have watched the first few minutes.
So you should know.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it does. How else would it happen?
Sorry, it does what? I feel like I gave you two options. I'm not sure which one. Where does the intro music come in?
After someone says it.
Little known fact people might not know is that, sorry, we have to tilt our heads to read Sophie's notification.
It's WeWard. I love my WeWard. It basically converts your steps into coins, and I'm collecting all my coins. Okay, carry on.
What are you going to do with your coins? Little known fact for people, especially who maybe are new here, the little known fact is that the theme music is actually sung by Sophie. Amazing. Most people don't know that.
Are you serious or are you joking? I can't tell. I'm serious. Are you serious or are you joking? I can't tell.
Can you do it right now so they can hear it?
No, are you... Dad? Are you, seriously? Are you serious or are you joking?
Look at this face.
Yeah, I can't tell. Are you serious or are you joking?
I'm going to keep my serious face on so you don't know. But so can you sing it?
No. Dad, are you serious or are you joking? I'm being serious. Are you serious or are you joking? Click your timer.
Because like if I try to sing it, listen, this is how I would try to do it for how I think it goes. But that doesn't, you do it.
Da, 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 da. Okay.
Live? Super dope. Thanks, Soph.
Okay. Were you serious or were you joking? Honest, you're joking. You know that you sang it. Oh my days, this guy. Okay, so well, we have to get into our first segment in a minute. But what I wanted to say is if you've been following, you know the whole glasses saga? Saga? Is that the right word? Saga? And good news, we've gone to Specsavers and we're getting new glasses. And if Dad lets me, then I can put up all the photos of his. Will you let me?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't order mine because we were just waiting for some money to come land in our account. And then NHS here covers most of Sophie's, but mine I've just got to pay up front. So anyway, I tried a bunch on. But the truth, we took a whole bunch of pictures. I think I tried 8 to 10 pairs on. And probably it doesn't even matter because I'm just going to go in with your mom and do it all again.
Yeah, it was just kind of for fun and to gauge, But we took really good pictures, so I wanted to show them. But I like mine. They're darker. It's about what I was gonna get anyways in that first eye doctor. They were kind of worked out. They're kind of similar. And then when he was in the chair, we really need to move into our first segment. But when I was in the chair and he was asking me all these questions because it was our first time, when's your date of birth, blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden he goes, all right. And he puts a ruler to my forehead and just tells me to look different ways. Anyways, can we move on to our first segment?
First segment, show and tell. Hey, everybody. It's show and tell time. So apparently it wasn't. But since
it was. I just didn't like the way you said that.
Oh, show and tell. Here's mine. This is a piece of artwork. I think we probably told the story about where I bought it.
It's the Greenwich one. Oh, were you about to say that?
Apparently it's show and get told.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it's cool. Here's it up close. It's actually a lino cut, even though it just looks like scribbles with a felt pen. It's called Portrait of a Man. It is print 2 of 7, so there's not very many of them. And at the Greenwich Market, there's this, I'm sure we said this probably, but there's a store that sells all kinds of prints, and I love printing, lino printing, all that stuff. I can't remember the other names of them, but it's so cool. And I was like, I've come here so many times. I want to support artists, and I want one of these. And that was the one I chose. There was lots that I think other people would have chose. But the reason it looks like it's just sort of scribbles, is because what the guy does apparently is he just has like a marker and like a sheet of lino, and he's just out in the world like sketching, and then he takes those marker on lino sketches home and cuts them out like a lino cut, which is why it's so... Sorry, I have to burp a little. It's one of those just stuck.
All right, we're cutting you off.
Then he just cuts it out into lino. 2 of 7. Only 7 of these in the world. One of them, mine forever.
What's really special? But I never find the something of something special unless it's like someone that's like known. You know what I mean? Because like I could draw.
Because you're a snob?
No, because I could draw something and it could be 1 of 1. But it's not special. I drew it.
It would be special to me.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give it to you, am I? My turn. Well, it depends what okay, yeah, fine, I'll give it to you. Okay, my turn. My one is also a drawing that I drew. You like it, Dad? Do you want this 1 of 1?
Yep. Did you draw... Oh, yep. Did you draw that recently?
Why, you don't think it looks good?
I don't think it shows your potential of drawing skill.
So I do work experience, and out of school, like a primary school, like just to clarify, a little kid's school, and one of the kids drew me this.
Whoa! Hold on. There's like privacy laws. You can't go showing like someone's artwork who didn't give you permission.
Anyways, one of the kids drew me this. And
I'm sure it's fine.
One of the kids drew me this. And the reason why I wanted to show you, because it comes with a story. I'm sure they had no intention of this story. But practically, what happened is, you know those like foam like block things that you can stick together and sit on like as a carpet?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty. Well, we were building a whole tower. Actually, they weren't foam, they were plastic. Important part of the story. Plastic. Hard plastic. We were building a house, and it went high and high. And the chairs are like, so this is, can you imagine, like, this is the floor, the bottom of the screen? They're like that high up. Because they're little kid chairs. So, like, the kid's standing on the chair to, like, put the stuff on. And someone told me that shouldn't happen. So I go, okay, fine, whatever.
You got told off at work experience?
Yeah, but not properly. It was, like, my second day. And so I understand.
They don't have, like, a don't let kids stand on furniture part of the orientation?
I didn't have an orientation. Yeah. And so then we built this house really high, and then I had to finish the roof so I couldn't stand on the chair. And then some people wanted to go inside of the house. And it got a little crowded. And then it started to like collapse. And like I grabbed it, so none of the kids were like hit on the head. But like a kid could have really potentially been like hit on the head and got really hurt. And then I have to film it at form.
So like this is how it goes. She goes to this work experience thing, and then comes home, and I'm like, hey, how are things? Like, what happened? And I just get nothing. And then
I actually told you this story.
I don't think you did.
I did. I told it at dinner. I did. I would know more than you. I did tell this story.
Great segment. Show and tell is great. I'm glad we do that.
Me too. What's next?
You have a new segment that you want to introduce. So I feel like it's you telling me what's next.
Okay, so you know the mini game, and so I think in Canada it's punch buggies, right? What is it? What is it? Minis, like when you go mini.
Oh, I thought like a mini game is a Roblox thing or something. And I'm like, why are you asking me what a Roblox thing is? So there's a game where you walk down the road and you punch people in the arm when you see a Volkswagen Beetle, and you say the name or the color of the car and punch them and say like red punch buggy, no return.
Oh, okay. So here it's mini. So whenever you see a mini, then you'd hit someone and say mini. So me and Eleanor have
Just in case anyone doesn't know, Mini is an Aston Mini. It's like a brand of car. It's the Mr. Bean car. Some people might know it as that.
Anyways, Eleanor and me always play this game that I started to keep track. So each week you're gonna get a weekly update on who's winning. This week is Viverding. Help. Like exciting, but with a V.
Riveting.
Riveting. This one's riveting because this is practically 2 whole weeks. Right, so let me tell you how it began, because we missed last week because someone was ill. No, it was Mother's Day. I just thought he was ill. Okay, listen to me, please. What happened at the start of the week what happened? What am I talking about?
I have no idea what this is or where it's going.
Oh, right. So, this score is riveting because it was 2 whole weeks long, and the first couple days I was fully ahead. Eleanor was not paying attention at all.
Is our new segment a thing that you give an update about you and Eleanor?
Why, do you not like it? I thought it would be good.
I think it could be good. I'm just surprised. I thought the new segment would be something about you and me.
I was excited for this.
I don't know why you shouldn't be. I was just asking a question because it seemed a lot.
Let me finish. It was riveting because I was fully ahead, like 20 points ahead the whole time. And then all of a sudden, on a week, she started to lock right in and actually care about it. And then started hitting me left and right, left and right. I just want to read on the bus, and bang, mini. There's so many minis in here. So now we were up, and because of that, because she wasn't locked in the beginning, I was still like 20 points ahead each time. But it was getting close, right? And now the gap is closing, and then we're tied. All right? We're tied. And then at one point, she goes up 1. Then I lock it a bit more. Then I go up. And then now I'm like 5 ahead. And then the school parking lot has so many minis in it. And I'm so bad at spotting them. And then that.
Does your school parking lot have many minis?
Yes, many minis. That's all right. And then I was on a roll. And then, because I had so many minis, she pulled way ahead. She didn't. No, it's a lie. She pulled right next to me. And then since then, we haven't had any more. So in 2 weeks, we've both hit each other 52 times on the dot.
That's awesome. That is similar. So when I was in college, my first year, I had a roommate named Rick. Shout out, Rick. And we played crib, the card game cribbage, and we played all year long. And then we kept score. We just used a pen and wrote straight on the coffee table that we had in our room, like what the score was, like the line, cross for 5. You know what I mean? So we played that, and the whole thing was, we played for a whole year. So it was more than 52. Like we were toward the end, we were up in the hundreds for how many games, or like not 200, but I think it was over 100 games we'd each won. But the whole thing was, through the whole year, he was never ahead of me. So like if I won 3 games, then he'd win 2 games and then I'd win another. Or like he'd come up and be tied, so we each won 17 games, but then after that he would never win. So that he was up 18 and I was at 17. I led the entire thing. And then it came down to the last night before we both moved out of the room. So imagine a whole year of playing whole games of cribbage. Oh, and if you get skunked, which is getting beat really badly, then it counts for 2. So imagine playing for a whole year, not just 2 weeks. You know what it was? Riveting. So we played for a whole year and he never led in the overall tally, not once. And then it was the night before we both moved out. I think he was getting married, so he wasn't coming. Like we were never going to live together again. And then we were tied. And we were like, let's play one more game. Who do you think won the very, very last game?
Him.
It was me.
Oh, we were aiming it like it was him.
I did that on purpose. It's a storytelling technique where you lead expectations in a direction and then veer away at the last second.
Wow, it was riveting. Thought you were going to lose and then I'd be, oh, that's bittersweet.
I feel like, so if the new segment is, here's an update on a game that you and Eleanor play, then I should have, like, the new segment should have 2 parts, because otherwise my part in the segment is listening to you update it, which is nice, but then it's just going to use up a bunch of your time and I'm going to be left talking at the end about who knows what. So then I need...
Okay, let's think small. Let's not jump conclusions. All right? Look at the timer.
But it's because, so you'd used up more time and I was like, oh, I got to chew up some time. So I'm going to tell this story about Rick and cribbage slowly.
But you always tell a story. Yeah, no, you told us. I was about to say, if you would repeat yourself one more time, I was actually going to go ballistic. You said that you were tied about 1,000 times. It was the last night.
I didn't know we were that close to ballistic. I might have told it differently if I'd known.
No, I was literally about to go ballistic.
But just saying, then I should probably have some kind of game that I have updates.
Okay, go on then.
Well, I have to start. I can't just be like, oh, well, you started the game 2 weeks ago with Eleanor. Do you know what I started 2 weeks ago? Nothing. Because I didn't know I was supposed to.
Wow, that's riveting. Okay, then choose your game. Let's decide now.
I don't have anyone in my life that I see the way that you see Eleanor. Because I don't have like a friend I ride the bus with or anything like that. So I don't know what I would do. Even like, because I work at, like, I've got 3-year-ish jobs, and so it's not like I see the same people every day either. So I don't know that it works. Maybe I could just add a thing in. So like you guys count how many times you hit each other. I could count like how many times I do something nice for a stranger and see who has more. Do you like hit your friend more than I do something nice for her?
Yeah, but that's subject.
Subjective. It'd be riveting. Maybe actually what would be more riveting is if I punched people when I see minis that I don't know. And I was like, yellow mini, bap.
I was actually thinking about doing that. Great minds think alike. Brain.
You could just like...
What are you doing? I don't like that.
You could just like scoop out my brains and
like
put them
that.
in yours.
I don't want that. I just like this one. Brain. What are you doing? Am I in?
Push the button, child. We're back to...
I forgot. I'm sorry. I don't like that one. I'll just say what I said again. I don't like that one. That's disgusting. I just like this one. Brain. Like 2. Okay, click your timer because I have something else.
So that's our new segment. Sometimes we bring snacks, but we didn't tonight because we ate supper. Basically kicked everyone. Oh my word. She's so good. Oh, it's the worst granola bar in the world.
So let me tell you a story about this granola bar. I was going to my friend's baptism today, and we were sitting in the car when all of a sudden she reaches over and hands me it.
Was she like, by the way, church is going to be super long. You better have a snack. Is that what she was like? No? These are, ooh. So Natural Crunch, the crunchy version, they do like a sweet and salty one that is as Sophie would say, so bus that I really like. These ones are the ones like that my mom used to buy for me for school, and they were, I mean, I'm sorry to, no one can see us doing that. The person who gave this to you, but they're like so sort of sawdusty. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm really thirsty, and now I'm going to be absurdly thirsty. I have a drink I could drink.
This is riveting. Take your time.
Mukbang, y'all. This is what it looks like when we eat crunchy granola bars.
No one wants to hear that. Icky. I'm tired. You take the ring.
I'm tired too. I've had some crappy sleep. Oh, I feel like I had a thing we could talk about. Oh, I was going to say why we missed last week, but we already did that. We missed last week because it was UK
I have
Mothers.
something to say. Right, so listen up. If you want updates on what's going on, all right, fine, I won't speak then. If you want an update on what's going on our YouTube channel, there's a community tab. Like, no, hold on, that's a different story. There's posts where you can see. Because I see that some people are seeing it, but I don't think everyone's seeing it. So I don't want, like, people to miss out and not know. So, like, if you are an avid viewer and then you're like, oh, why is the episode not here? I will always post the reason on the box post.
So, for example, we're going to miss a bunch of weeks soon.
Not a bunch, just
A bunch, because Sophie's leaving.
just one. Just one.
Because she leaves on a Saturday and comes back on the next Sunday, and then we're not doing one that Sunday night.
So, why was I thinking it's Friday? Sorry. Forgive me.
I don't know why, but you was wrong. So we're going to miss a bunch for that. And there's no filler. Like, we can't do it long distance. It doesn't make any sense. We don't even want to try.
But we will do it long distance when I move. I've already decided that. And I wasn't done my tangent. What I was going to say is also, usually when you have comments and questions, you leave them down below in the comment section, which is good. Because it's specifically about the podcast. But if you ever have a comment or question or anything that isn't specifically about the podcast, but just about anything else, but not the podcast, and you don't want to put it under the podcast, then you can put it.
I think by the podcast, she means an individual episode.
Yes. And you can put it. If you go onto our YouTube channel, there's like a little button that's called community or something like that. And if you click it, and then you can post, it'll call it a post. It's just like a comment. You can post something that only we and the people subscribed can see, and then just like a normal comment. And then actually less, because anyone can see a comment, even if they're not subscribed.
Actually, this would be great. Because the truth is, we don't come into this with much of a plan. We usually now have some segments, but then we always end up sitting here going like, okay, dang, now what do we talk about? And I'm like, what's your favorite movie? And then Sophie's just like, oh, that's boring. So if people were like, why don't you guys talk about this or that? Then we like, it would be more.
And we will talk about everything you ask us to.
I'm not quite committed to that, but we would at least talk about the requests, and it would be riveting. The content would be more riveting with what are they called? Subscriber suggestions. Is that the right way to say that?
I guess so, but it sounds a bit weird. Well, like, it's technically right. But I wasn't even going to say that, because I was going to wait until more people watch this, because I feel like now that we said that, no one's going to ask any questions.
I'm not worried about that because I think there's like, also I don't understand how we get there's like over 100. Caleb was explaining, the older brother was explaining that doesn't mean people have watched the whole thing, which is a comfort, I think. But still, like 120 something. That's got to be, there's still probably at least like 50 people who are coming to click on this thing. That's a lot of people.
No, the 120 people will come and click on, just not watch the whole thing.
That's how it counts?
Yeah, so as soon as someone clicks on it, it counts as a view.
But if the same person watches it twice, it doesn't count them twice?
Counts them twice.
Well, this is what I mean. Why we can't say if there's 126 views, we have 126 people.
No, but not 50. Do you really think 50, 60, 70 of those people will watch it twice?
But like they could watch the first few minutes and then come back another time.
Let's try. I actually don't know how that works. 'Cause I feel like it's like from the start or something. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So if you have any questions, if you have any questions, then we'll answer it in the next one. Whatever the question is, I will answer it. That's fine. Done. Here we go. I can talk about horse riding. Horse riding. I think there used to be a game that I loved to play where like you breed horses and like you pet them and like make them ride. No, you go ride them. And then I used to really, really like it, even though I really didn't like horses, as you've learned throughout this. And
I used to play Tetris. Have you ever played Tetris?
I wasn't done. I'll answer your question in a minute because I promise to acknowledge every question.
So I thought you were like sort of trying to talk about something that was boring, so that I'd bail you out and we could talk about something else. But you can.
Well, now I can't remember. Everyone in the world has played Tetris. I've played Tetris once or twice. Have you played Tetris once or twice? Now tell me about it. What do you want to tell me?
What I remember, so when we used to have birthday parties, because we had a little TV with a dial to change the channels, because there was only as many channels as you could fit on a like a laundry machine dial. And then for birthday parties, we'd go to the video store. You could rent movies, but we would rent an Nintendo, an NES Nintendo Entertainment System, and then bring it home, and we'd always get like Duck Hunt and Mario. Those were the default games. And then we'd pick one or two other games to play. And then eventually one year at Christmas, we got a Nintendo for Christmas. And I remember me and my brothers, we were like minds blown, like the kind of stuff people have in videos now when their parents buy them, you know, like a car or a PlayStation 5 or whatever's going on. Anyway, that was us. I'll never forget it because I couldn't believe we were the kind of family who could have a Nintendo, because we were not the kind of family who would have a Nintendo. So it was super fun. Dr. Mario, another one that was fun. It was like a pill, you know, like a doctor would give a pill. Each side's a different color. Ooh, this is interesting. Do you know that pills work better or worse depending on the color of pill? So like pills that are uppers that are meant to make people feel like happier, if they're like red or yellow or orange, they work better than if they're blue. Same medicine, same dose.
Oh, like a mind thing? Huh. Okay, I didn't know that.
It's crazy. And then pills that are meant to be like downers or like slow people down, they work better if they're blue or green or purple rather than if they're red or yellow. It just goes to show how much power the human mind has to do stuff. It's crazy.
It's funny how you say that because like without our human mind, like what would we be? It's like saying it's funny how much our eyes can see. It's funny how much like without human minds, like we're literally nothing. You can live in a jar. Someone told me that, and I don't know if it's true. He told me that when I was younger, and I still don't know if that's true.
Yeah, because there's whole things where you can't prove that life isn't like you're not in the Matrix, that we're not all just jars on a shelf, and then everything that's happening to us isn't just a part of a simulation or just a thing that's being fed into our brains. How would you know? Because everything's filtered through your brain. So we might not even be doing this podcast. We might be brains in a jar thinking we're doing the podcast.
You think so? You think so? Do you think so? And now you're meant to answer and say no or yes. Just letting you know how that works.
This is, I feel is that we maybe should start titling the episodes. Sort of the way, I guess not, but I was wondering about it, and sort of on the model of the TV show Friends, where it's like the one with the something, Because then there's one where it's like the one where we sing for 5 minutes at the end. And this could be the one where we were both really too tired to make good content, but just felt like we had to because we actually both wanted to because we like doing this and spending time with each other, but we're also not really feeling up to it.
That's actually funny. We could do that. But we do so much in these podcasts, it's hard to know what's what, you know? Let's talk about something theological.
Sure. Is the reason why you don't like the title idea because we do too many things, or is there another reason?
Well, I just thought it would be hard to pick a title because we do a lot. But I like that idea. But you have to pick the titles because I don't know what to do. Can they see me?
No, they can see your hand and your elbow. If I was going to pick the titles, I would do it right after the episode because then I wouldn't go back and watch the thing to think about it after.
Alrighty, so what's this one going to be?
This is the one where we were both tired and weren't really up to doing this, but decided to do it anyway because we do actually
You're going to have to write that down for me.
We do actually want to do it because we like spending time together and we like doing this. But like, you know, given like halfway through, it's feeling like, okay, what if I was just in bed instead of this? How much sleep do you think we can, if you have a theological question, go ahead. Otherwise, how much sleep do you think you need every night?
7 or above minutes.
Is that how much you're getting? Are you getting 7 hours?
Yeah, because then otherwise I don't go to school if I get 7 hours and you think I'm joking.
Do you ever just think maybe you're just being a baby?
Yeah, and I don't care really. Though I want to be too tired to go to school. I've only done that twice. That's the end of that.
Be cool if your teachers watch. Well, they don't even care at this stage, do they?
No, they're like, well, actually they're a bit in between. But what they say they are is, you chose to be here, so if you don't want to be here, then don't be here. But I didn't quite choose to be here, did I? I like technically chose to be here, but like I gotta do something. I wouldn't do it if I didn't have to. But yep, that's the end of that.
I would like an update on Pancake Friday. Pancake Friday is a new thing where you and Eleanor make pancakes every Friday. So do you feel like your pancakes were better this time than the time before?
No, I burnt them. So no. That's the end of that. What's next?
How about your cleanup job? Was your cleanup better?
Cleanup job was better. And I didn't spill syrup on the table. Who said that?
You know, we also could have said this is the one that's filmed before a live studio audience because there's someone else in the room.
Yo, we're not allowed to disclose that for legal reasons. Now you're meant to laugh and click your button.
Haha!
No, this can be the one where we nap. The one where they nap. Come on. No, look, because I actually will fall asleep. Wait, this could be our. Oh. Do that again. Okay, it's good. That's our thumbnail. Okay, can I. Wait, is it my turn? Then why were you letting me speak? Why did you click it when I was speaking?
I went like this so you would stop.
Well, I thought you did that because we were napping.
That too. It's hard to nap.
But it was your turn. You could have said, Sophie, it's my turn. But you're napping.
That's a good point.
Okay, let's talk about. Can you give me your laptop, please? Or do you want me to reach it?
I don't want you to have my laptop for anything.
Can you fix that? Can you put your thumb in it? Your finger in it? Is it my turn? Yeah. Can you put your thumb in it?
Yes. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes I do think we should come in with more of a plan. Oh, I'll narrate what's happening. She is on the thing. And she just closed Apple Music. Now she's looking for a new tab. She's opening a new tab on my browser. And then what's coming next. Oh gosh. So earlier this week she made me watch this video from check if it's UK or America's Got Talent. Because it's I think it's from UK, Britain's Got Talent. And the whole
I think you're right.
the whole thing is it's this guy in like a safety vest and he plays Daft Punk One More Time. And then dances like, sort of goofy. And then he like leaves and everyone thinks it's done. But the song says one more time. So then the joke is he keeps coming out and the song keeps playing and he has another safety vest on underneath. Just over and over. I mean, it's funny and it's clever and he plays it really, really well. But hold on. Now she's on a philosophy. Oh, I see what's going on.
Ready? Ready? Is the mind the same as the brain, or do we have souls? What? No, wait. Can I answer? Can I say? It's my turn. Can I say that makes no sense? Is the mind the same as the brain? Right? That's one question. Or do we have souls?
We have souls. Therefore, the mind is the same as the brain. Easy. Next.
Next. Can computers think or fall in love?
I would just say, to start with, she's stopped looking for One More Time. I think she realized I was going to explain it. And then she's basically searched. Oh, she's on a new tab. Boy, seriously, the attention span of this generation.
Okay, hold on. You have jumped to conclusions because what I was going to do is I was joking with you. And I didn't think you were going to start talking about it.
She's looking up philosophy questions for us to discuss. The computer one was fine. Oh, now you're back to One More Time. It is on America's Got Talent. Ooh, she was right the whole time, and I was wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why you stuck to you. You have no clue who's who. You didn't know who Simon was. All right, the computer question now.
Simon's the only one I knew. The rest are...
Yeah, I know, I was joking. The computer one, no. Like, technically, no. Like, they can pretend they can, but they can't actually. Question
again, can computers think or fall in love? It depends, again, as all of these things, depends how you define your terms. So, like, what do we mean by think?
When you think a thought.
I think there's a sense in which computers can think
You think... Next. Can we really know what it feels like to be a bat? What in the world?
I'll tell you what you can know is you know what it would feel like if you licked the book at the top of the stack that holds up the timer without even...
My family, I'm speaking to you directly, is obsessed with this. I hear this about every couple of months. This comes up. You know what? If you look at something, you would know what it would feel like when you lick it, but you haven't licked it yet.
It's true, and it's crazy. So if that's true...
Yep, sorry.
I bring it up to help us answer this question, which is, can we really know how it would feel to be a bat? And the answer is, we would know how it would feel to lick a bat's wings.
All right. Thanks, Dad. Next. All right, next question. We're not reading that one. Here.
What number is it? How is love different from passion or sexual desire?
All right, you read it.
That is not something we want to discuss. Although...
Can food be art?
If somebody put that on the thing
Can food be art?
that she talked about, she would have to answer it.
This is true, and I would.
Somebody has an opportunity.
And why would you want me? No, let's deep dive into this, Dad. Why would you want me to answer that?
Entertainment. This whole thing is about entertainment.
All right, then. Can food be art?
Yes, but the more, so like food that is meant to be sort of high art, I think is less worthwhile as food. But if what we mean by that is like just good food well made, is that like art? Then I'm like, yeah. But if it's all like, I cut a single green pea into 8 individual pieces and arrange them in a geometric pattern, we're not waving at anyone. Don't worry. Because legally no one else is here but us. Anyway, then I'm like, no, that's stupid. That's my answer. Yours?
So do you think abstract art is stupid?
No.
All right. So we see. So if you're a food artist, this guy doesn't like you. No, obviously food can be art. Have you ever seen the Pancake Guys? Have you ever seen pancake art? I miss when that was huge. Pancake art used to be huge. I used to watch all the videos. They had like liquidy pancake batter, like more liquid than normal, and like they would squeeze it and like draw, and like people were like really, really, really good at it.
I mean, so we're both on that one. Can pancakes be art? We're both saying yes, that food can be art, but I mean it in some different ways. Sophie thinks her answer is yes if it's pancakes, but no if it's anything else. And Sophie doesn't like abstract art. She's showing me pictures of pancake art.
Isn't that insane? Imagine squeezing that. Nope. All right. So,
I was imagining.
stop. Number 1, I like abstract art. Number 2, any food can be art because I don't discriminate. Next one. Okay, what in the world is going on here? Looked at 42. No, but what?
What is wrong with having sex with animals? Oh my word.
Okay. Yes. No, this one.
You can't just go through.
This one, ready?
Read the questions and answer them.
This one. If we eat chickens, no, you can't read it. Stop. If we eat chickens, it's like have you ever seen that billboard of like it's like a veganism like go vegan like on a billboard, and it had all these bunch of different animals were like ones that people typically eat, like pigs and cows.
Where do you draw the line?
And that's just my story. And then I had like horses and like animals that like Western societies typically wouldn't eat. And then it said, where do you draw the line? And a lot of people were like, right there.
I draw the line on the wrong side of horses because I have eaten horse.
Yeah. All right. Let me
I've had 2 opportunities in my life, and the second one I took, it was in Sicily.
let me ask the question. If we
Hold on. So I thought, here's the new segment. The new segment is we read a question off this list of like philosophy101.com questions, and we answer and discuss it, and people have to guess what the question was. Because you were just like reading the question. You would like,
yes, but I haven't read the stupid question.
you were reading it, and you just not say anything. You're like, yes.
Okay, we're moving on. Can I read the question now, or is that okay with you? If we eat chickens, why not dogs, dolphins, or babies?
Can you please read that again?
If we eat chickens, why not dogs, dolphins, or babies?
It's a wild turn at the end. I was going like, well, I mean, some people do eat dogs, some people eat dolphins. It's like babies.
Yeah, so go on, Dad. Why is that wrong? All right, next. Well, unless you want to answer that one, I didn't think that one needed it. What?
Super fun waiting for you to pick one. We could just like roll or like hit a random number generator and then do the question that comes up.
Well, let me read this one first. So when I do this, it's in quotation marks, not like I'm making fun of it, okay? Just so you can see it. So, it will rain a week later, okay? Is it true or false or neither? That's a philosophical question, Dad.
This is the one we're going to discuss. Great. Do the quote again. What's the quote?
It will rain a week later.
Do you feel like when you use that, you have to do it for every syllable? Like, it will rain a week later?
Guess not. Just didn't really think it through.
True, false, or neither? I don't understand. Is the question, do you think, just about predictions? Like, can we predict the weather?
Are we seriously discussing this question?
Or maybe it's like, because no matter, like, if you say it'll rain a week later, then is the statement true tomorrow because it'll be a day earlier than a week away?
No. Hold on. Right. If I say, in 2 hours, this thing will happen, it doesn't change every minute. It's not in 2 hours, the minute later, so it's always in 2 hours. It's in 2 hours.
All right, so we're getting closer to an answer. This is really fun.
And then, it is, you don't know until it happens. Because if I say, in 2 hours, like, a dinosaur's gonna come through that window, like, it's gonna be false. But, like, it could be true. And, like, that statement would be true. So, like, you wouldn't know, but, like, you would know in 2 hours. Or in a week. This is a stupid question, unless you have anything else to say.
Neither.
Are you just saying that?
Based on the stuff that you just said, I'm going with neither, because neither is what the answer is. It's a stupid question, so that's what I'm going with.
Okay, well, we have another one of those. This one makes a little more sense. This sentence is false. Is this true or false?
This is like the classic postmodernism thing where what's the thing? It's not the comprehensive, but like all truth claims are false. And of course, the problem with that statement is a truth claim. So yeah, this statement is false, is true. No, it's false. This statement is false, which makes it true.
So that's just the circle question.
Yeah, and it's just like, so a lot of these things are just like riddles, and the answer to them is human language struggles to like conceptualize these concepts. That's the answer. It's actually not that deep, I think, sometimes.
No, that one question isn't that deep. All right, moving on. How should we distinguish between good and bad scientific theories? Now, I have a theory. A bad one is when it's false. A good one is when it's true. We're moving on to a different website. Does Sherlock Holmes exist?
Well, and then the other thing is, because all this stuff is about language. You just define how you mean the word exist, you know? So I haven't told you this yet, but for one of my jobs, I'm going to a school soon. Well, in a few months, to talk to like a sixth form philosophy club about the philosophy of language. And so I could take some of these as examples. So I got to keep good notes here. It could be great. Oh, she's now accepting cookies for websites that I didn't choose to visit myself. This is awesome. Anyway, really great segment. Actually, maybe like a random question generator. I bet you there are like random question generators. That might.
Can we really know everything? No.
Also, no.
Nope. Hold on. This is what I'm on about Sublime. Because you could, well, no, we couldn't know everything. But going to Sublime is, everyone says, so like you reach your sublime of happiness, right?
This isn't a conversation we had here. No one knows what you're talking about.
Yes, I was about to tell them. Happy?
Yes.
Sublime? So here is the thing. Oh, the timer's not even there. Here is the thing, right? So to reach the sublime is to reach the full, you know? Like the most ever. And like the sublime is going to be different for each person. And you can never say you reach a sublime. Because tomorrow, you might reach your sublime one day. Tomorrow, you might reach more. But you just don't know it yet. And like one time, you have reached your sublime and will never reach that again.
I still feel like I need to fill in some blanks. As a family discussion in this very room. So I think Sophie asked what sublime meant. And so then we were talking about it and defining.
Made me mad. Carry on.
We're talking about it as like the sublime is like the highest possible good, or you know, like the best possible feeling. And then Sophie's issue is, well, how could humans ever know we'd made it? Because you'd never know, like, and she said like a thing you said a minute ago, which is that everyone's is different. That's not necessarily true, because there is the like if like the sublime experience, the experience of the sublime is triggered by something external to yourself, to every human. Like, for example, like Christians would believe that like the sublime is, or like the thing that creates, or I don't know what the right terminology here is, activate.
The sublime is heaven.
I was going to say God, that like our experience relationship with God, like vision of God, because we were talking about the beatific vision in this conversation. Then like the thing which triggers sublimity for every human is the same. And it's just like everyone's experience is their own experience. But then, so that's part of a thing with what you're saying. But
Here's the thing. That is fine. The sublime is actually when we get to heaven and experience God. I'm fine with that. Just letting you know. But the thing is, if we're talking about like, because like people who aren't Christians use the word sublime. And so if we're talking about that,
Our microphones might be dead. There's red lights on. I wonder if that means they're dead or if it means they're low.
they're dying, because if, they'd be dead, then they wouldn't be red. No, I was talking about sublime. I'm done talking about sublime.
Is there enough of that left for me to have a piece of the granola bar? Thank you.
Let's pull up more questions. Let's pull up something else. Let's pull up. What should we pull up? Oh, I need your finger.
She tried to pull my finger over, but it's the wrong finger.
Please, can you put your finger on? Please.
That's funny. That's a joke. Here in the UK, there's a commercial for...
please put your finger on.
It's coming. There's a company called Indeed, which is like a hiring company. Like, put your resume up. Find people you want to hire. And there's these terrible commercials for it. And it's a interviewer, someone who's trying to get a job. And they're trying to talk about salary and how much salary the person's going to get, because that's like one of the big hangups, for jobs as well. How much money, because companies aren't advertising how much money they're going to pay you, I guess. So he's the guy who's getting interviewed is like, well, tell me how much you're going to pay me. And she's like, no, I don't think I will. Why don't you just tell me how much you think you should be paid? And they go back and forth. And then there's a point where she goes, please. So now it's a bit of a family joke.
Good one. Now, can I ask some philosophical questions?
Please.
Dad, let me ask you this. What is time? It's a stupid question as well. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Look at that ad.
Those are increments of time. But what is time itself? That is super hard to answer. Because you can think about time in different ways. So, for example, Sophie, do you think we are moving through time, or is it that we're standing still and time is moving past us?
Neither. Time isn't like a thing. It's time. Happens and then it goes.
Sounds like we're standing still and time is moving past us then.
No, because it's not moving. It can't move.
But so then it can't goes. Oh, hey, let's talk about next weekend. The time changes. Spring ahead. I hate the time change, and I think we shouldn't do it. Opinions?
So does Jess Fam, who lives in California. So you're with her. In California, at one point, they were about to not do it.
British Columbia just decided to stop doing it, but they stopped it after the most recent spring forward. So they're sprung forward, and they'll never go back.
That's kind of crazy. I think that's crazy, right? You have lived in this, I don't care if you hate it. You've lived in this tradition for years, and then all of a sudden, just your generation is just gonna change it. I don't think it's that worth it. You just don't get an hour of sleep. You'll get over it.
I hate the spring forward one because you just lose an hour of sleep. I think that's miserable. I love sleep so much. I wish I got more sleep than I do.
But can I ask you a question? Please. I just got bored of waiting for you to do it. Dad, do we have free will?
It's called comedic timing.
Do we have free will? Now, answer quickly.
Yes.
All right, because I don't actually care about this question. I care about free will, though. My thing is, there used to be a trend going around that was talking about free will. Mm-hmm. Are you on 1 minute?
No, that's a 5.
No, that's just genuinely a minute. No, we were both on 4 minutes. Now I look up and you're only on a minute. Now let me tell you about this trend. There was this trend on TikTok Stop. Stop. There was this trend on TikTok. There was some free will trend. Let me tell you about this free will trend. This free will trend on TikTok was practically about free will. And what they would say is on the free will TikTok is they would say, when you remember you have free will, and then they would like throw an egg at a fridge or like slap cheese on someone.
I know about this. Well, I don't know it as a TikTok thing because I'm not on TikTok.
I think he secretly is, but don't tell him I said that. Would you kill 10 people to save 100?
I certainly wouldn't want to.
Well, that's not the question, is it?
No.
You wouldn't kill 10? Okay, moving on.
Start listing groups of 10 and I'll answer based on that.
All right, so we have Jesus.
Next.
Okay, does evil come within? This is if you're born with evil or do you grow up with evil? Can I answer this? Because I find this really interesting. Both. Because you can be born, like, in your brain. Well, evil is a bit intense, I feel. So we're just going to call it, like, badness. Like, not good. Because evil is, like, really intense. Because there's only a few people on this earth that are, like, evil.
So just to jump in, there's a biblical teaching, a Christian doctrine called original sin, where we do believe everyone is born sinful or sinners.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about, like, scientifically. So can I say now? Scientifically, people are, their brains can be, like, because not, how am I gonna phrase this?
Well, I mean, the one thing is, like, I don't think you really want to say there's like a big distinction between scientifically and theologically.
No, that's not what I was saying. But what I was saying is that people who do commit crimes, there's, when you're born, you have a brain. And sometimes brains can go certain ways.
What face is that?
Listen. And sometimes,
can you tell me
if you
who?
Interrupt me, I don't know what I did. If you interrupt me, I'll forget, and that's what just happened.
It's like that.
Okay, everyone has a brain, and everyone's brain is made a certain way. And sometimes certain groups of people, sometimes people's brains are made a certain way that makes them more likely to be bad. So you can be born bad like that, but then it's more likely, you know? And then obviously the nature, because like everyone is bad, but we're talking more bad. Okay, are you bored? I'm actually interested in it.
I'm not bored. I'm sort of worried. And
why?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how your ideas work or where they come from. But I was waiting.
No, because like not all sociopaths are bad. I'm not saying that. But just for an example, like your brain, you're more likely to be a sociopath if your brain is like, I don't know the right word, like made or like shaped. Like I don't know what's inside of there, like done in a certain way.
Brains are made of brain.
All right, but then there's also a thing about like the situations and like people and like things you grow up can influence you later. So both.
There's an old debate. This is the nature versus nurture debate.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yo, it's what I'm talking about too. Nature is like you're born with it. Nurture is it comes by the like your surroundings. And yeah, I mean you're onto something in saying that both are true, because like your upbringing does make a difference, and also like the situation around you like can constrain your choices or push you in one direction or another. But you never want to quite say that like the things around you are determinative. So like a person still has choice. So like, do people have free will? Yes, I think they do.
Not everywhere. Carry on.
So anyway, the beep's about to go. And I'm...
Okay, let me ask you a question because I have 20 seconds left. Thank goodness I was about to say 50. All right. Is living life... Are we done talking about this?
I don't know.
Is living life to the fullest possible?
Yes.
I think so too.
I think we're doing it right now.
No, I think living to the fullest.
I think that it's super duper cool and that I think you're not allowed to talk. Hi, everyone. Thanks for watching another episode of... Oh, no. Hi, everyone. That's Sophie, and I'm Tyler, and I'm Sophie's dad. And you've been listening to the...
Shush. It's my turn.
podcast.
And then that's the end.